At this time, we'd like to honor one of our board members who's leaving the board after 8 years. So I'll turn it over to Ms. Shetty.
Tonight is bittersweet. We don't have all of our board members here in person, and the person that we want to recognize is actually on Zoom tonight. And he's quarantined. So, however, this is officially his last meeting, and I wanted to speak for just a moment about Mr. Bob Larkins, the 1st District Board member for Hawkins County Schools representing Mount Carmel. Bob is leaving us after 2 4-year terms where he served from 2012 to 2020. He also served as our vice chairman during the 2015-16 school year, and he served as our chairman, board chairman, from 2016 through 2019. I can personally say that you couldn't ask for a greater person of character, a greater person of leadership, and a more thoughtful and compassionate person to serve our school system. As I've come to appreciate, we are first and foremost a family. We are a team. Each of us brings our own unique talents and knowledge while collaborating and working together. And that's just not on the board, but that's our whole system. We're family. And although each of us represents a different district, each time that there is a question regarding education or how to help a child or a school, every one of us on the board comes together as a unit. I think every one of us would tell you that it takes a lot more hours to be a board member than most people understand, perhaps except for our families. And I did want to give a shout out to Bob's wife, Kathy, who taught at Mount Carmel for 20 years, along with Bob's 8 years of service. So combined, they are giving us 28 years to Hawkins County Schools. Bob, on behalf of Hawkins County Schools, our employees and our students and the board, we thank you for your time and your service and your leadership, not to mention your friendship. You will be missed. And we do have a plaque for you when you're out of quarantine. And I'll read it. It says, Bob Larkins, thank you for your service and dedication to Hawkins County Schools 2012 to 2020. Thank you, Bob. You will be missed.
Well, like Debbie said, bittersweet moment for me. I have learned so much in 8 years, there's not enough time to tell you. One of the things, though, most important that I did learn is what a family is and the quality of people that we've got in our school district. I've met many people. I've had the privilege of working with 4 different directors of schools during this 8 years: Charlotte Britton, Steve Starnes, Dr. Reba Bailey, and now Matt Hickson. And there's no doubt in my mind that these individuals are committed educators, true professionals, that their heart and soul has been poured into serving our kids and our community and working with our board. So it has been a pleasure and a true honor to actually be able to serve with the board and with the staff and getting to know all the players to make this thing work. I'm astounded. And even during today's times, I am amazed at what has occurred in the last several weeks and months, how we put together this situation. And I was involved this morning with the online teaching and everything, and I saw how it was working, and I agree with the others who said this. It worked. I don't know how and who was behind it, but it did work. And I was stunned, to say the least. I know eventually we'll get back to some normalcy. Our kids will be back in the classroom, and I look forward to that day. But in the meantime, as long as we're all together, putting our heads together and putting our backs to the grindstone, we're going to beat this together. Today is the last day of my quarantine. Our daughter tested positive, and I'm anxious to get out, and I regret not being there tonight. You just don't really understand how much I wanted to be there, but it just wasn't worth the chance of maybe affecting somebody. But tomorrow will be, today's our last day of the quarantine, so I look forward to coming to Rogersville soon. And thank you, board members. I really owe you all a deep thanks and gratitude for putting up with me and listening to me and letting me be a part of the board. It's been a privilege and an honor to serve with you. So in closing, I'll say this. I'm leaving a good friend behind, and that's Mr. Matt Hickson. And quite some time ago, when the conversation started that we were going to talk to somebody from California as our prospective new director of schools, I asked Wayne Qualls, "Are you sure about that?" And he said, "Well, don't make up your mind until you talk to Matt." And I did that. I will say this, that I have been thoroughly impressed with Matt since day one. He is a quality man of professionalism. I have a lot of confidence in him, and I know he's going to lead our district even after I'm gone, and I have no doubt about that. And I don't question his character and his judgment. So even though I'm not on the board, I'll still be an ally of Hawkins County Schools. Will always be an ally and a resource, and hopefully you'll be able to call on me if need be. I'll be here for you if you need my help. So thank you for letting me serve with you, and I look forward to what you guys accomplish in the next months to come. Let's hope we can beat this coronavirus. Thanks a lot.
Bob, we came on this board together. I remember the
Yes.
first day I met you.
Yes.
Charlotte Britton was the director of schools, and we met at that little round table. And for better or worse, I've learned from you, friend. I have.
Likewise.
And I'm envious. You spent 8 years on here. And I've got 4 more to go. So I may call you at some point, if that's okay.
That's good.
And one more thing. If you would like, I can bring you your flower and your plaque.
It will never get to you, Bob.
But
Think about that.
if you would rather leave them down here to give you a reason to come in after your quarantine, I understand.
I'll be there Wednesday morning to see Matt and say bye to some of the staff members. So if you'll just leave whatever you have for me, I'll pick it up Wednesday morning.
Okay, thank you very much.
And thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Larkins. You were chairman when I went through the process, and back at you. Thanks for the compliments. Thanks for your trust and not making a judgment on the California guy without meeting. So thank you for that. Wish you the best as you do some traveling and spend more time with the family in the future.
Thank you.